With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do apologize about the little bit of a glitch there at the beginning of tonight's programming. Anyways, on to the next thing. Swift Motorsports Performance Truck Series fires things off for the final time here in season number 4. We're going to crown our second champion of the week. right here from Homestead. Drivers hitting the track for the 5-minute qualifying session already underway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight as always. Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. There you can see some of your track information already on display. A little bit warmer of an evening here tonight from Homestead. We'll see if that affects the speeds of the drivers out there on track. We do have a handful of them out there already on track putting down their qualifying time. I tell you what, while we got some time, why don't we go ahead and throw up some of that qualifying information as we begin to see drivers cross the start-finish line. They'll begin to lay down those times, and we'll have a little bit better view of how things are going to get kicked off here tonight. Looks to be upwards of about 16 drivers trying to make it into the field here tonight. Hunter Collier going to put it on top of the speed charts. Quick time so far here tonight in qualifying. Minute and a half off the stopwatch. And Collier going to lay down a 33:36. Qualifying time over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Todd McGregor with a solid run in qualifying. He's going to go third on the speed charts. 71 Mountain Dew Machine had a great run last night in the Airs iRacing Paints ARCA Series Championship night right here from Homestead Miami Speedway. We're going to be back trackside once again tomorrow night, so go ahead and keep your calendars tuned in. Keep those phones, laptops open. Getting ready for some great championship racing action all week long right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Handful of drivers still out there as the music begins to fade in the background. Jason Branch goes second on the speed charts, just 0.03 of a second off of that fast time laid down by Hunter Collier. 33:35 is the qualifying time for Collier. Branch not able to surpass that just yet. Very fast first lap, though, for Branch. Look for this second lap to maybe be slightly faster. We've seen a handful of drivers improve on their second-time lap, but for the most part, that first flying lap is your fastest lap on the track during qualifying, and now just 2 minutes remaining here in the final qualifying session for season number 4, right here with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Mike Van Houten gonna steal the show. Quick time tonight, 33:28. 33:27, make that for that 02 John Deere Toyota Tundra of Mike Van Houten. He is one of your championship hopefuls, one of your championship contenders, one of the great 8 battling for the season hardware here tonight. Still have Scott Wise. Well, he's going to put in his first time lap, just as we were about to say. Scott Wise, one of your only championship contenders that has not put down his time lap just yet. And then he's going to go ahead and go 7th on the speed charts. Mike Van Houten in that provisional pole position with just 60 seconds remaining. And it doesn't look like anybody's going to head out to the track, so that's going to do it for qualifying here from Homestead Miami Speedway for the final time here in season number 4. Mike Van Houten going to put the John Deere Toyota Tundra at the top of the speed charts with a 33:27. Great job by that 02 crew. And, well, we're going to step away from the trackside for just a brief commercial break. Head down for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming? but stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside here at Homestead Miami Speedway, qualifying already in the bags. Just a handful of drivers going out there and laying down a qualifying time. Looks to be about 16 trucks going to head to the starting grid here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway for the final time here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Final time for these drivers to make their way through pre-race inspection. There you can see multiple drivers already getting through inspection and to their starting spot. This is typically when we find ourselves a little bit of time on our hands to talk about the championship standings coming into the races. And tonight, there's only one thing to really be concerned about, and that's the top 8 drivers in this championship chase vying for a season title here tonight. Jason Brent, Sean Kozier, Michael Madden. How about Adam Bennett, Mike Van Houten, and Scott Wise all here at the track vying for their championship hopes and dreams. Pierce Maffett unable to make the trip to the track here tonight, so unfortunately Maffett going to be out of a championship hope here tonight. Can his peak performance teammate, who's also out of the chase, we see him as the regular season points champion, Hunter Collier, starting inside the top 5. Can Collier have a solid night, maybe walk away with the show-stealing performance and walk away with the checkered flag? We'll have to wait to see what that 83 Toyota's got. Can Collier put the L&J welding machine up through the field a little bit further and dash the hopes? Make these drivers really fight it out for the championship trophy here tonight. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see some of these strategies. We've seen multiple different strategies last night here from Homestead in the Ayers High Racing Paints ARCA Series a championship race. Will we see different strategies in tire wear tonight? Will we see that high line come into play once again? And as the final few minutes roll off, drivers begin to make their way to the starting grid for the final time here in season number 4. Man, 14 races in the bag, and it all comes down to this. Do you got what it takes to put it in victory lane? Do you have what it takes to put yourself in front of your championship contenders? We're about to find out whether you got what it takes or not. And as we hear those familiar bells ringing into the background, you know the sounds. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here from Homestead Miami Speedway. It's championship night once again here with Swift Motorsport. You're watching the Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series starting inside row number 1, walking away with the pole position here tonight with the fast time in qualifying, the 02 John Deere sponsored VH racing machine of Mike Van Houten. Adam Bennett gonna roll off the starting grid just to his outside. Back in row number 2, the 83 of Hunter Collier, followed by that double deuce, Jason Branch. Rob Peterson going to round out your top 5 with Michael Madden in the 15 just to his outside. Back in row number 4 here tonight, the 8 of Scott Wise and the 71 of Todd McGregor. Sean Kozier and John McMillan Sr. will round out your top 10. Don't count out that one of Jake Fluman. How about the 55 of Michael Amiti back there in the 12th starting position? Row number 7 here tonight. Darrell Calder and David Cameron as Gary Wells down the hall with race control duties here tonight. That will finish out the field in the running order here tonight. Let's go! Green Flag Racing once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with Swift Motorsports. The music fades away and we are Green Flag Racing for the first time here tonight. From Homestead, Miami Speedway, pole sitter Van Houten gets out to a good jump. The 58 of Pettit, Collier and Branch all over each other. Michael Madden tucked in line on the bottom. Here comes Peterson looking to the inside, and that backwoods 39 machine. Peterson looking for a position. All these drivers on the gas got to get it while the getting's good, while the tires got the most grip, while the positions are still readily available. And down to the bottom of the track, the 15 washes up just a little bit, almost into the side of that 83 of Collier. That black and orange L&J welding 83 of Collier able to keep it up at the high side, able to keep the momentum up. He's trying to chase down the sim speed jump. 58 of Adam Pettit running in the second position. Michael Madden now runs in fourth. He's up 2 spots. Jason Branch drops 2 positions all the way back to the 6th spot. Everybody else runs right where they started. We're nose to tail back into 3. Van Houten already stepping out to almost a half a second advantage, laying down fast times to go along with it, almost a 1/10 of a second faster than anybody else in the field. Mike Van Houten, he has come to show that he's got what it takes to stand on the top spot in the podium and walk away with 2 sets of hardware. Can he repeat what Jerry Cochran III did last night right here from Homestead and put it in victory lane to capture the season championship as well? You've got championship contenders all the way back through your top 7. So there it is, just like that. The cream rising to the top here. All season long, we've seen hard-nosed battles week in, week out. We've got great battles on track here tonight for the final time here with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Tight little battle between Van Houten and Pettit, but the heat beginning to rise between Hunter Collier and Michael Madden back there, 3rd and 4th position. Ron Peterson still trying to make his way up through the field. Peterson sitting back in that 5th spot. The Backwoods-sponsored 39 machine looking for a little bit of ground. I tell you what, why don't we give you a little bit of an inside camera view? Let's see what's going on inside of that Backwoods 39. Looks to be holding a pretty straight line, a pretty clear line here through 3 and 4. You don't see any big corrections coming from the front end. Looks pretty smooth out of corner exit. Back down the front stretch we go, nose to tail. Peterson remains in that 5th position. We'll jump around the track, trying to find a few more battles if we can. There's a side-by-side battle just behind them. Let's go check this one out. Scott Wise, Jason Branch going at it side by side off of turn number 2. They'll drag race down the backstretch, and it looks like Branch will win the spot. He'll keep it up in that 7th position. All of these drivers right here, 7th, 8th, and 9th, running right where they qualified. Nobody really making any headway. Nobody really making up any ground here tonight. The 99 of Darrell Calder sitting back in the 11th. He is your biggest mover of the race so far here. 7 laps into the 115 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Calder up 3 positions into 11th. Back to the battle at the front for the 3rd position. Collier under fire. Here comes that 15 of Michael Madden. Very close action right here moments ago. Whoa, there it is again. And I'm telling you, that window is getting closer and closer. And caution on the speedway. trouble on the track. Looks like Jason Branch, Daryl Calder, Scott Wise all caught up involved in this one. Let's see if we can. Yeah, there it is. Parking lot on the front stretch. That ain't good for a handful of drivers. And I tell you what, let's take a look back. Let's see how it all went down. Taking a look here. There's the 22 of Branch, a little sideways, carries it up the track and right into the 8. The 71 is collected. Oh, and oh my gosh. Who is that hit Scott Wise right here? We're going to have to watch this one. I think this is going to be a bad one. You see Wise hard hitting there. Oh man, the 99 of Daryl Calder just comes up and he is collected, and he's going to be on pit road for quite some time. So we'll head back up front with your race leader back behind the iRacing Chevy Silverado pace truck. Early caution here tonight, going to catch out a handful of drivers. And that has got to be a rough start to your championship hopes and dreams. All but dashed right there. Scott Wise, Jason Branch, I believe that's going to do them in. I don't think they're going to be able to recover from this contact, albeit very early in the race tonight. I think the amount of contact and damage sustained in the accident that brought out our first caution flag here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway, I think that's going to pretty much put it's going to put their candle out. Let's be honest about it. That was some hard hits. More drivers at the front of the field elect to bring it down pit road. Looks like they may be topping it off on the fuel cell. That's going to put Hunter Collier up to second. Rob Peterson going to move to third. Adam Pettit up to fourth. And Michael Madden will round out your top 5. Jake Fluman, next driver in line that stayed out. Top 6 going to stay out on track. Everybody else on to pit road. And there is a handful of drivers that are going to be on pit road for quite an extended stay. Looks like the lap count, the car count, I apologize. 5 cars is what we're seeing involved in that latest. Our only incident on track bringing out the first caution flag of the night. We've got one race leader, your pole sitter, the O2 of John Deere. The O2 John Deere sponsored Toyota Tundra of Mike Van Houten from Van Houten Racing, VH MotorSports, getting the job done here tonight. Van Houten, can he grab himself his next set of checkered flags? Can he join the rare crew? We're going to call it a rare crew. There's only 3 drivers in the series that have won multiple times this season. Can Mike Van Houten be the 4th to add his name to the list of walking away with 2 checkered flags here this season? We're going to find out in just about another 104 laps or so. iRacing pace car lights are out. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time around. Field going to keep it doubled up. They'll make their way off of turn 2 down the backstretch, and we'll get set for green flag racing action once again here from Homestead. Field will make their way off of turn number 4 and get ready to hit the restart box. Pace truck down and away, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here from Homestead, Miami Speedway, up through the gears. Good jump there for Mike Van Houten. As we've got a close battle here, second and third, Collier and Peterson going at it. They're going to battle off of turn 2. Van Houten has the race lead. There you go, coming right off of turn number 2, back into your screens. Heading down into turn 3, and this time around, Van Houten, he's not able to get as good of a jump as we get set to see him work their way off of turn number 4. There goes the field. Mike Van Houten still at the front. Adam Pettit searching. He's looking for a line down there on the bottom of the speedway. Everybody up at the top. I don't think it's going to work out right now. You're going to need to have a little bit of a run to make that situation work out. There you can see David Cameron sitting back in the 7th position, has already lost 1.3 seconds on the field. He is one of those drivers that had an extended stay on pit road, was involved with that on-track incident that brought out the caution on lap number 7 here tonight. Pettit getting by Collier for the 4th position. Move that 83 Toyota Tundra of Hunter Collier back into the 5th position now. Going the opposite direction is Collier. This is one of the first times that we've been able to see anybody really keep pace, anybody really stay right there with your race leader. Mike Van Houten setting the fast time in race trim, setting the fast time in qualifying. Now the 15 of Michael Madden, he gets a little bit of a bump from Adam Pettit. He's going to look to the bottom of the speedway, side by side, second and third on the racetrack. They'll make their way off of turn number 4 up at the top of the speedway. Peterson going to lose the spot. Madden moves himself to second. That's going to open up the door for Adam Pettit. He's going to look for a slide job. Not going to be able to pull off the pass. He's going to have to keep it wound up and underneath him on the bottom. Drag race out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. 39 of Peterson struggling to keep third as Adam Pettit going to have the advantage going down into the corner. Running that inside lane, and there it is. Pass for position made. Will he be able to slide up the track and right in front of the 39? Yes, he can. Here comes the one of Jake Fluman. He's looking to put that Nintendo 64 sponsored number 1 Toyota Tundra up inside the top 4. Just like that, from 2nd to 5th, Rob Peterson, the door was open. 3 follow through. You're going to have to put that in your memory banks and remember that one for later on tonight. It's going to be very important to make sure you can block off those runs when you need to. Force them to that high side. Make them go the long way around. Make it a little bit hard by maybe moving your lane up a half a lane or so, as we've got a battle for the top spot on the racetrack. Mike Van Houten, Michael Madden going at it at the front of this field. Jake Fluman in that Nintendo 64 sponsored Toyota Tundra running well here tonight, up 7 positions. David Cameron in the 10 truck. He's made up 7 positions as well here tonight. So both of those drivers sitting with 7 spots gained. Michael Madden moving up 4 positions. He's looking to the bottom of the speedway. Here we go. Battle for the race lead. Down at the bottom of the speedway, Mike Van Houten gonna lose the spot as Madden slides up the track and he goes around. New race leader for the first time here tonight. And we're looking to have, just like that, he's going to lose 2nd spot. Adam Pettit going to move to 2nd. Fluman looking for a way around on the outside. Pole sitter Mike Van Houten now is in the clutches of that Toyota Tundra. It's Tundra against Tundra. Ford versus Ford up at the front of this field. Your highest running Toyota Chevy Silverado 39. Backwoods sponsored machine of Rob Peterson. There you can see him just in 5th position, just in front of Hunter Collier, beginning to lose a little bit of ground in a little bit of time. He's about 7/10 of a second off of Mike Van Houten. He's going to be losing that draft very soon if he's not careful. Less than 100 laps remaining here in the final championship race for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series season number 4 winding down. Gary, if a truck doesn't win the truck championship, I think we all have some problems. I'm just going to say. Good to see everybody checking in out there on the chat, whether you're over there on the Twitch side of things, maybe Facebook. How about even right here with the YouTube side of things? Come hang out and join us in the chat rooms. Why don't you get on over here while you're at it? Support that continued push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. And as always, drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell. Over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every time you stop by, new race leader at the front of this field. Once again, Adam Pettit going to take that top spot now to become our 3rd different race leader with 2 lead changes, 1 caution on the night. And you know, when are we going to see green flag pit stops? Some of the drivers came down pit road right around lap number 9, 8 to 10 lap. So the drivers at the front of this field, they can go just as far as, say, John McMillan Sr., running back there in that 7th position, who came down pit road back on lap number 10, was the last time he was on pit road for fuel and tires under our first caution flag. They've got a little less fuel, but how far can they stretch this thing? I want to say they're going to have to come to pit road, I would say, in about the next 7 to 10 laps is what I'm going to call. That's going to put these drivers in a little bit of a fuel strategy situation already. Looking further down the road, it looks like from here, nobody going to be able to make it without an extra stop. It's going to take a 3-stop race from this point on out. You're not going to be able to stretch into the 2-stop just yet. But I don't know, should we get a late race caution? You know how things go. Have to wait to see how it all pans out, how it all shakes out. Closest battle on the track right here. Battle for the race lead. Adam Pettit and his fast forward F-150 leading another blue oval right behind him. Michael Madden in the 15 machine. He's looking very strong here tonight. Can Pettit seal the show? Can Pettit walk away with the race win, as well as the championship hardware? Well, the Long MacArthur Ford sponsored 15 right behind him. He might have something to say about both of those equations. Michael Madden, also one of those drivers battling for that championship hardware. He's battling for that season championship trophy. Will he be able to get it? And how about the run by Jake Fluman? Time in, week out, we say it. We got to mention it. And I tell you what, do we got it closer? Can we get, there we go. How about that paint scheme, man? I'm an old school guy, you know what I mean? So that Nintendo 64 paint scheme, man, takes me back. Beautiful times, beautiful ramp on that Tundra. Got to give the man driving the one, Jake Fluman, a big time shout out. Job well done all season long. Battle still raging at the front of the field. We'll go back up here. First and second, Adam Pettit, Michael Madden continue to race nose to tail back off of turn number 4. Once again crossing the stripe. Lap 29 now goes on board. As the sun begins to set and the lights begin to come on, things going to begin to heat up on track. Very tight battle at the front of the field for your race lead for a season championship. That's what this race lead is all about. As Adam Pettit and Michael Madden make their way off the turn 2, halfway down the back stretch and back into turn 3. Pettit still leads by a one-truck length advantage. And they have begun to yard the field. Your pole sitter, Mike Van Houten, falling behind the 8 ball. There you can see that 0-2 heading to pit road this time around. He was already upwards of 3 seconds behind your race leaders who continue this tight little battle at the front of the field. Michael Madden not allowing that 58 to step away from the field. Back off of turn 2, back down the back stretch. Once again, gap gets a little bit tighter down to turn number 3, about a quarter of a truck length that time around. There you can see the 15 long MacArthur Ford Sparkle and Shine sponsored Ford F-150 closing in on the tail end of that Sim Speed Shop 58 of Adam Pettit. Hunter Collier and Ron Peterson both going to head to pit road this time around. They're going to follow in that 0-2 of Mike Van Houten 1 lap prior. So trying to not let that tire strategy get too far out of hand, get too far out of whack. How long will these two stay out? How long will they battle? Looks like Michael Madden, he wants that top spot back once again. That's going to be our third lead change of the night. Will Adam Pettit go back and steal that top spot back again, or will we see the green flag pit cycle work itself out? Where will they all shake out? How much time can these top 2 drivers give up on the field? They've got themselves a 14-second advantage over third place runner John McMillan Sr. right now. Big Mac way back on the track here as we're down to just 5 drivers left on the lead lap. And I would say that most of these crew chiefs, they are looking into their timing and scoring. They are seeing what's going down. They're looking at those lap times. And it looks like last time around, race leader Michael Madden ran a 34.86 to Mike Van Houten's fresh tire lap of 33.34. So it's about a second and a half. But how many laps are you losing that time? When is that fall-off point going to be good enough to minimize the undercut? Meaning he's going to get a handful of fast laps. Mike Van Houten's going to get a handful of fast laps on these very fresh tires, while Michael Madden's time continues to pretty much stay right around that 34.95 lap time. Already just a 1.3 second advantage last time around for Ron Peterson and Mike Van Houten, who ran identical times on the speedway. Now that doesn't happen very often, but identical times last time around for Van Houten and Peterson. Keep our eyes on the track times this time around. 35.09 from race leader Michael Madden and Adam Pettit still right there behind him. .55 of Michael Minty. He's going to peel off of the racetrack, and he's going to head to pit road this time around. Here comes Mike Van Houten trying to battle his way back onto the lead lap the good old-fashioned way, and I would say that this right here is what's going to prompt those top 2 truck drivers to head to pit road this next time around. Look for Michael Madden and Adam Pettit both come to pit road this time around, down to the bottom of the speedway. Fresh tires prevailing. You can see the big time difference going on now. Still a 1.4 second difference on the stopwatch. Mike Van Houten goes to the bottom, and he just drives right on by. Oh, looky here. Michael Madden and Adam Pettit, they're both going to stay out on track one more lap at least. Man, I don't know. That's a lot of time to be giving up right now. A lot of time. stretching the fuel, still man at the front of the field, leading by almost a 1 second margin now in that Sparkle and Shine Long and MacArthur Ford sponsored F-150. Michael Madden leads the way. Adam Pettit right there. David Cameron back in third, fourth place running on the track. John McMillan Sr. back on the lead lap. Rounding out your top five, your pole sitter, the 0-2 of Mike Van Houten. Ron Peterson lurking in the background there. You can see the Backwoods 39 machine working his way off of turn number 4, stalking your race leader. This is going to be a pass to get himself back onto the lead lap. We're going to look at the gap between Peterson and Van Houten, and it looks to be almost a 4-second difference. About a 4-second difference on track right now separating. Separating Mike Van Houten from Ron Peterson. And here comes the 15, here comes the 58. They're going to give up those top 2 positions on the track. They're going to lose quite a bit of time here. But look for them to make up for it on the tail end of this next green flag run. Staying out on track, driver that came to pit road to top off back at lap number 10. John McMillan Sr. going to grab the top spot for the first time here tonight. Give us our 4th race leader, 4th different lead change. And we are getting ever closer to the halfway point, about a third of the way through tonight's race here from Homestead Miami Speedway. You're watching Swift, the Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. And as Big Mac John McMillan Sr. brings that 51 Goodwrench sponsored Chevy Silverado down to pit road, that's going to complete the round of green flag pit stops. So your first round of green flag pit stops already done and over with in the books. And the man that qualified in the top spot takes the pole position back once again. 5th lead change on the night for race leaders with 1 caution flag. There you can see Ron Peterson has got himself quite an uphill battle right now on his hands. 3.6 seconds back. Hunter Collier with a bit of a gap to overcome back to Peterson. Adam Pettit losing a lot of time. Michael Madden losing a lot of time as well. They're upwards of 10 seconds back from your race leader. And I mean, will that be enough? Will that be enough gap to allow these drivers to get back down pit road for their second green flag pit stop without going a lap down? That's where the undercut can get the undercut, or the I don't think it's called the overcut, but the long run comes into factor. Is, do you lose too much time to make the next run irrelevant? I know somebody that isn't irrelevant, and that's the man inside of that John Deere 02 Toyota Tundra. Mike Van Houten has been gassed up, ready to go all week long. We heard him talk about getting to Homestead a handful of weeks ago when he went to Victory Lane, and it looks like he's looking to go to Victory Lane once again here tonight. He sat on the pole position, leading a handful of laps here. Van Houten looks to secure his championship trophy. We'll look around the track for a handful of battles. Let's see what we can find out there for you. Adam Pettit and Michael Madden, they're going at it with each other. There's the 39 of Ron Peterson. He's making his way around the track, trying to close that distance, trying to close that gap, but it looks like it is just continually growing right now. Almost a 5-second advantage for Mike Van Houten over Ron Peterson. Hunter Collier beginning to close in on Peterson for that second position. And here we go, Adam Pettit, Michael Madden making their way back up through the running order. Both of those drivers now rounding out your top 5, and they have closed the gap 2 to 3 seconds since coming back on the track after staying out almost 9 laps longer than the rest of the drivers on the track. And we're going to see if we can't do the math here. We're going to see if we can't figure this out. And it looks to be right around 32 laps or so. 32 to 37 laps. I know that's a big, 5 laps is a big difference, but that's about the best we can do with the calculator in our head right now. So about 32 to 35 laps, the distance on the fuel cell. We should see these truck drivers back down pit road right around lap number 65. Lap number 70 is when we should see these drivers head back down pit road for their for their second round of green flag pit stops. Adam Pettit, here he is. He is already closed in. He has caught the L&J Welding 83 of Hunter Collier. He's going to look to the bottom of the racetrack, looking to take that third and final spot in the podium positions away, and he's going to do so with a fair amount of ease. Those fresh tires really showing up, and Collier, he's got a long way to go to run this thing on out. And Adam Pettit, he is one of your fastest drivers on track right now. Last time by was the fastest driver on the track. We'll check the speed charts this time around. 34:03 for Adam Pettit, and that is going to be one of your fastest times on track. 34:91 being laid down by Michael Madden. A little bit of draft help there coming off of the 39 of Rob Peterson. But here you go. We asked, was it going to be too much of a deficit? Over 10 seconds behind when they rejoined the track up to speed. Adam Pettit has cut that race lead in half, well before the halfway point on this fuel run. Man, that 58 Sim Speed Shop machine, boy, it's tuned up. I'm telling you, it's ready to go. It's ready to roll. It's ready to fight. Hunter Collier looking to get up there and try to stab a position away from the 39 of Ron Peterson. Third, fourth, fifth on the racetrack, all lined up nose to tail. Bit of a gap back to the 51 of John McMillan Sr. David Cameron, another 5 seconds back, running in the 7th position. 8th place still out there on the track. First driver 1 lap down here tonight. 55 of Michael Minty. 99 of Darrell Calder also out there on the track. He continues to run laps. He continues to try to persevere, continues to hope that we've got a 3 or 4 car wreck. It takes out a handful more drivers. He can work his way back up inside the top 10, possibly walk away with a great top 5 finish. Already sitting in that 9th spot. And he cannot go backwards because it's been trouble for 3 drivers here tonight. Todd McGregor, Jason Branch, and Jake Fluman all down and out early here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. This is your closest battle on the track, so we're going to stay queued in, tucked in line right here with Ron Peterson and Hunter Collier going at it 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Working our way just to the halfway point. Tell you what, why don't we jump from the battle? Why don't we head to the front of the field? Why don't we go ahead and kick things off, start things off for your mid-race rundown, your driver highlights and spotlights here in Championship Night for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. The driver that walked away with the pole position here tonight finds himself at the front of the field with a 2.5 second race advantage inside his 02 John Deere sponsored machine. Driver out of Kirkland, Illinois, Mike Van Houten, looking for some seasoned hardware. Another driver chasing after that championship trophy, Adam Pettit out of Lexington, Kansas, trying to get that Sim Speed Shop Silverback Tax Solutions Sparkle and Shine 58 sponsored Ford F-150 back at the front of the field. He runs in second. I mean, he's got the pace. He's got a 10-second deficit knocked down to under 2 seconds. Adam Pettit, he is on a hunt, and I think he might just get there. Driver right behind him on the bottom of the racetrack, running in the third and final podium spot here tonight, up 3 positions from where he started with his Ford F-150. Michael Madden, he's chasing after a championship as well. Top 3 drivers on track, all championship contenders, and it continues to see championship contenders down the line. Back in the 4th spot here out of Stafford, Connecticut, the Sim Pro Lord Sim Magic Backwoods sponsored 39 machine. Rob Peterson looking for that championship trophy. Peterson runs in 4th. Rounding out your top 5 here tonight, the L&J Welding 83 of Hunter Collier. Collier was your regular season points champion. Had a little bit of rough go during the 4 races leading up to tonight's championship race, but he persevered, pushed through some of the pain, and found a way to secure a spot to run for the championship here tonight under the lights at Homestead Miami Speedway. That's going to do it for the driver highlights and spotlights. Your mid-race rundown. How about David Cameron? Can't step away from the highlights without talking about the biggest mover of the race, the 10 of David Cameron, making the butt kicker sponsor crowd happy as can be. Running just outside of the top 5, Cameron sits in 7th. With 14 drivers making it to the starting grid here tonight, we are down to just 11 on track with just a handful left on the lead lap. David Cameron in that 7 machine listed as the last driver on the lead lap, as we've got green flag pit stops again. Michael Amenti, Hunter Collier, and Rob Peterson on a pit road on lap number 60. Race leader Mike Van Houten heading down pit road before Adam Pettit could quite get there and take that race lead back under green flag conditions. We'll have yet our 5th lead change of the night now as Adam Pettit goes back to the point. And keep in mind, he stayed out 9 laps longer than the rest of the field. He's going to be able to run this thing all the way out to about lap number 70 or so. Well, that is going to put these drivers where they're still going to need about 1 more can. When do you do it? When do you go? Do you give up some time here in mid-race right now? Do you come down? If you're Adam Pettit, if you're Michael Madden, you're on a different strategy already. You still can't make it on fuel. You can't stay on the same strategy as the guy that you are running behind. Will we see Adam Pettit possibly come down for a 1 can of fuel stop here, setting himself up to be on a completely different strategy than anybody through the field? I'm not sure it would work, but it's about one of the only other strategies I can see out there. Pettit works his way off of turn number 2. Lap car just in front of him. That is David Cameron fighting to keep himself on the lead lap, running in the 4th position. Gone multiple cars laps down during this round of green flag pit stops here from Homestead, Miami Speedway. Take a few shots from around the track here as cars, drivers, trucks, crew chief, spotters, all doing the jobs out there tonight, all trying to see what the different type of strategies will be, what will drivers do, how will they go about racing here tonight. Here you go. There you see that 02 John Deere machine creeping up in the background. He's going to put himself to the inside of Michael Madden. And he's going to go straight around. The 15 going to go ahead and peel the pit road this time around. That's going to leave Adam Pettit out there by himself at the front of this field. John McMillan Sr. in the 51 Goodrich machine. He's yet to hit pit road. The 10 of David Cameron. He's yet to hit pit road. He'll be looking to do so this time around and getting himself back onto the lead lap on lap number 66. Second round of green flag pit stops well underway. Will Pettit hit pit road this time by? And well, there's your car. We asked a question. It got answered. He's going to bring that 58 Sim Speed Shop machine down pit road to the service and attention of his crew. We'll jump out there with your eventual race leader if he stays out this lap. 51 of John McMillan Sr. looking to lead a lap here tonight. He's going to go down the back stretch. The 02 of Van Houten getting himself up and around McMillan. So McMillan not going to be able to lead a lap here. Look for him to go ahead and pull to pit road. And no, he's going to keep that 51 out there. He's going to stay out there for another lap or two. Close battle now developing between the 51 and the 10 of David Cameron. The butt kicker 10 to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for a little bit of grip. Big gain through the center of 1 and 2 on the bottom. Big gain through the center on the bottom of 1 and 2, and that's going to put that 10 of David Cameron up into the second position until he makes his green flag pit stop. He will give up that spot on the speedway. And it looks like he's not ready to come to pit road just yet. David Cameron, John McMillan Sr., stay out. And how about the leapfrog? We got to go back. We got to mention this one right here. How about that Sparkle and Shine along MacArthur Ford sponsored 15 of Michael Madden? He was able to not only jump Adam Pettit, but also leapfrog Rob Peterson by coming to pit road back on lap number 65. That's about 5 laps later than Rob. Oh, and contact! Ooh. That looks like pretty significant contact as well. You can see the rear deck lid and the rear spoiler pushed in on that 51 truck. Michael Madden running up on the tail end of that 51 right when it looked like he was getting ready to peel off to come to pit road. Now it's a 3-truck battle back behind race leader Mike Van Houten, who's out to a 6-second advantage. Rob Peterson, Michael Madden, Adam Pettit all over each other. Pettit looking to the inside, not going to be there. Man, that was close as the drivers make their way back through turns 1 and 2. Still battling these 3 trucks all over each other. Man, I tell you what, it doesn't get much better than this on a championship night under the lights of beautiful Florida. Track temperature was 84 degrees when we started tonight's race. We'll check the weather report here in just one moment. I tell you what, why don't we go ahead, get that done and over with, out of the way. There you can see track temperature actually cooling a little bit now, down to 83 degrees. Air temperature dropping 3 degrees as well as the ocean air begins to roll over to bring a little bit of cool crispness. Oh my gosh, look at those two trucks on the outside. Bump drafting at Homestead. Oh boy. Big time save there by the 39 of Ron Peterson, as the 15 of Michael Madden was just pushing the daylights out of him. Big push again on the bottom of the racetrack. The 15 all over the rear deck lid of that Sim Speed Shop. The 58 of Adam Pettit, who is now back into that second position as these drivers continue to battle amongst themselves. Yes, they are chasing down your race leader, your pole sitter here tonight, Mike Van Houten, in that 02 John Deere sponsored Toyota truck. They're not really able to run him down. He had a 6-second advantage. It has only dropped about a half a second, so the drivers with the fresher tires battling amongst themselves. Well, they've caused themselves to be a little bit slower. John McMillan Sr. finally coming to pit road for his second stop of the night. Look for Sr. to maybe try a two-stopper. I'm not sure he's going to be able to pull it off. He's going to come back out onto the racetrack about a lap and a half down here, as he is just now into the box, and the race leader's coming off of turn 4 back down the the front stretch, and that's going to go ahead. McMillan going to be put off of the lead lap, running in that 6th position. Things heating up a little bit around the track. Adam Pettit beginning now that he has separated himself from Michael Madden and Rob Peterson. Those three drivers all over each other for a handful of laps. They have since separated themselves about a 1-second separation between all three of their drivers, second, third, and fourth on track. Pettit now beginning to really reel in that 0-2 of Mike Van Houten. Now we should see those 6-lap fresher tires really come into play, now that he's not just splitting the air for the truck drivers behind him. Small gaps all over this field here tonight, so not much to go and bring you. We're going to try to stick it out right here with Adam Pettit running in that second position, as Michael Madden is only 1.5 seconds back, running in that third spot. But we're going to stay right here for Pettit for a minute, because he is closing on the race leader for the first time since the green flag pit stops. That difference on the speed watch, on the stopwatch, on the speed charts, now under 4 seconds. You can see it dissipate lap after lap. Pettit is on his way. He is on the move. We're trying to do the math here in our heads. We're going to get about another 30-plus laps on this fuel tank, so it looks like drivers going to be hitting pit road right around lap number 91, 92 is when we should see drivers hit pit road. They're only going to need about a half a tank of gas to make it to the end. They're not going to need the entire fuel run. So I don't know. Does anybody gamble? What do you do if you're one of these Championship 8 contenders? Everybody inside of your top 5 has a shot at the championship trophy here tonight. The Season 4 championship on the line. Van Houten leads Adam Pettit, Michael Madden, Rob Peterson, Hunter Collier rounding out your top 5. So what do you do if you're Rob Peterson? You're over 8 seconds back behind your race leader. Do you switch your strategy? Do you come to pit road early? Do you come to pit road early and maybe take a full tank right here and fresh tires and run it to where you only have to have a little bit of fuel? Like, it's, oh man, I'm glad I am not on top of a pit box anymore. These are the moments, these are the times. Championship time adding on to the stress. I just don't know. Mike Van Houten at the front of the field continues to lead the race, continues to have that 0-2 gradient yellow and green John Deere Toyota Tundra looking pretty at the front of the field. Not a scratch on it. He's still got 2.4 seconds over Adam Pettit, who is beginning to close in lap after lap. He's going to be 0.4 of a second faster that time by. Nobody faster on track last time around. A 34-13 turned in by Adam Pettit. Closest driver to him on that one is gonna be, we're gonna have to go all the way back to the 10 of David Cameron, a 34-30. And that's still about 0.2 of a second faster. Down under 2 minutes now, that gap to race leader Mike Van Houten. You can see him in the picture now in the background. Here comes Adam Pettit. Almost a 4-second deficit now back from Pettit to Madden. I believe it has come down to this last green flag pit stop coming up here very shortly. Drivers only gonna need, they're not gonna need the full count on the fuel cell. What do you do here? Everybody has got to go at least another 7 to 8 laps before they'll have enough fuel to make it to the end on one stop. One more green flag pit stop, I should say, making it a 3-stop night for the entire field here from Homestead Miami Speedway in the final race here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Performance Truck Series. If you're looking to find a way to get on the track, if you're looking for a great racing league to be a part of, value integrity, value combating your fellow drivers week in, week out. The competition bar has been raised this season, and it is only going to go up from here. If you're looking to rub elbows with some of these fast drivers here in the Performance Truck Series or one of the multiple series here with Swift Motorsports, check them on out on Facebook.com. You can also find them right here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. If you're looking to get out there and run with some great drivers, check them on out. And once again, that's Swift Motorsports on iRacing.com. Here we go, race fans. It has come down to this. What do you do if you are Adam Pettit? Do you stay behind that 0-2? You have been able to reel him in run after run. And even in that initial green flag run, we've seen Adam Pettit make his way to the front of this field. He has got the pace in that 58. Do you keep yourself close on the pit strategy, on the tire strategy now, knowing that you cannot give up the time with just about 25 laps remaining once we hit pit road for the final time? And he's going to hound your race leader just a little bit. I tell you what, why don't we get back to one of our action shots off of the rear deck lid. Taking a look back from Van Houten, looking right into the windscreen of that 58 of Adam Pettit. As Pettit looks to the bottom of the racetrack, it's not going to be much of a fight, I can tell you that. The 6-lap fresher tires going to prevail on the bottom. We're getting a look at it right here, right off of turn 4. Adam Pettit goes back to the point. And Pettit back to the point. We'll jump back out of the race truck. What do you do here if you're Mike Van Houten? If you hit pit road right here, right now, I believe you can make it to the end on fuel. That's going to be about a 21 to 25. What is that? A little less than a 30-lap run to the end. Hunter Collier, his crew chief, thinking what I'm thinking right here, right now. He's going to head to pit road. This time around, fuel window is open. You can make it from here. The question is, do you run it out to you where you only need 1 can of fuel, or do you come now get 2 cans and fresh tires? I mean, what do you do? You know, I mean, what do you do? And I know what Mike Van Houten's going to do. He's going to go ahead to pit road this time around. Look for Van Houten to take 4 fresh tires. And I think that's going to force the hand of the man inside of that speed shop. At 58, Adam Pettit, he's going to have to head to pit road here within the next lap or two if he's going to want to not give up too much time. And there it is. We said he didn't want to give up too much time, and he ain't. He's going to go ahead and head to pit road this time around. That's going to leave Michael Madden out there on the track, and Madden going to go around one more lap. That's going to give us our 7th lead change of the night. 5 different race leaders. Just 1 caution early here tonight coming out on lap number 7. We have been clean and green ever since that first initial caution flag on the evening. Lap number 90. Now on the board, drivers with less than 30 laps remaining. This is what it's all about. Michael Madden going to peel for pit road this time around. Adam Pettit working his way off of the apron. We're going to watch this one right here because this is where it's going to get good. Mike Van Houten, Rob Peterson, they're beginning to close up. They're already up to speed, and here they come. We're going to have a 3-truck shootout to the end of tonight's race. Adam Pettit able to get on and off pit road and keep the race lead. Rob Peterson and Mike Van Houten going to be left to fight over the crumbs behind him. 2nd and 3rd on the speedway as Van Houten looks to the bottom. And he's going to grab 2nd away. Michael Madden is now down and away out of pit road, but he is going to lose those top 3 positions. He's going to lose 4th spot now to David Cameron. Cameron yet to make his final stop of the night with just 25 laps to go. We head back into turn 3. Adam Pettit leads the field. 1 second advantage over Rob Peterson. And Mike Van Houten, Ken Van Houten, find the late race pace. He was fast at happy hour, fast in qualifying. Can the John Deere sponsored driver bring that 0-2 back to the front? Can he walk away with his 2nd checkered flag of the year, break into the 2-win column? Or will we see Adam Pettit keep this top spot and put himself into victory lane for the 3rd time, be the only driver this season to get 3 race wins, and do it in fashion, do it when it all matters, right here, championship night from Homestead, Miami Speedway. You're watching Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. In trouble for Michael Madden, popped on pit road. The pit road police are still here. They are still on the clock. And they are still handing out penalties. Tough break late in the race here tonight for the 15 of Michael Madden. Great run all race long. One of the top tier drivers tonight at Homestead Miami Speedway. And unfortunately, Madden getting popped for speeding on pit road, so Madden gonna have to come back down pit road once again. And I gotta agree with you, Gary. This is gonna be a pretty interesting little run for this championship. I mean, your top 3 drivers on track: Adam Pettit, Mike Van Houten, Rob Peterson, all part of that grade 8 coming into tonight's race with a shot at the Season 4 championship trophy. For now, Rob Peterson, he's got a little bit of an uphill battle to climb. Almost 3 seconds back from race leader Adam Pettit, but things can change if we get 1 late race caution. Rewrite the script, throw it on out, because things gonna happen in a hurry. Things gonna change big at the end of the night. It will change absolutely everything, but for now we stay green flag racing. lap after lap. Adam Pettit is just a few ticks faster on the stopwatch. Mike Van Houten not able to close that distance. I don't know. I hate calling them early because it usually ends in disaster for that driver, but I think we are watching the man on screen front and center in that Sim Speed Shop 58. Adam Pettit looking to put the blue oval, that's right, fast forward F-150 into victory lane. Less than 20 laps remaining. We'll run down through the running order once again, leading this field here tonight. Great long run pace all night long, leading the field inside of that 58. The driver out of Lenexa, Kansas in the Sim Speed Shop Silverback Tax Solutions Sparkle and Shine sponsored 58 machine. Putting the Ford F-150 at the front. Adam Pettit looks for the race win. Looks for the championship trophy. Driver sitting right behind him on track. Your pole sitter out of Kirkland Hill, Illinois. Can Mike Van Houten find a way to get that John Deere machine up there and back into the top spot? The Flying Dutchman looking for a little bit of speed, looking for a little bit of help. Driver running in the third position also with a shot at that championship trophy if something should go awry. The Sim Pro Lord Sim Magic Backwoods sponsored driver out of Stafford, Connecticut, Ron Peterson, sits in third. Hunter Collier back here rounding out your top four on the track. Collier with a great run all season long. Little bit of a struggle here in these championship races coming into tonight's championship night. The chase started 5 weeks ago, and Collier has had a little bit of a rough go working through the round of 16, working through the round of 12, getting himself into the grade 8. Or I apologize. Losing out on his opportunity of getting into the grade 8 last week, was eliminated after we headed to Phoenix. With Ron Peterson going to victory lane, Hunter Collier missed out on his opportunity to run for the championship here tonight. Running well, still sits inside the top four. Last driver on the lead lap, Hunter Collier in fourth. Back in the fifth spot, rounding out your top five. The first driver off of the lead lap in that lucky dog position. He's hoping we get a caution here. He's hoping he can get himself back on the lead lap and have a shot for the championship trophy. For some race-winning hardware, can the good Wrench 51 of John McMillan Sr. find a little bit of luck late in the going here tonight? And that's going to do it for your top five as we work our way under 15 to go here from Homestead. We'll jump back at the front of the field with your race leader, Adam Pettit, as he has opened up that gap just a little bit, right at about a 1.4 second advantage over Mike Van Houten, who's starting to lose some pace. Almost a tenth of a second faster the last time around was Adam Pettit. Mike Van Houten is losing time. He is losing laps to get the job done. He's running out of time. Period. That's it. 12 laps to go. You gotta find the pace now. And we hear you out there in the chat. Back-to-back Rev Racing champions It does have a pretty nice ring to it. We'll have to wait. You never want to count things out. You never know. The driver could blow a tire, get into the outside wall. There you see Scott Wise stuck on the outside wall. No caution flag coming out. Wise able to keep it heading in the right direction. His number 8 Ford F-150 has seen a little bit of a rough go at it here tonight. There you can see the 15 of Michael Madden, also with some severe damage on the driver's side door. I don't know, man. I'm battle for position on track right here. The 10 of David Cameron going to pass John McMillan Sr. That's going to be for 5th on the track. And now Cameron going to move himself into the lucky dog position. Michael Amenti back there running in the 7th spot. Listed 2 laps down. And Madden has had some big time trouble on the pit road multiple times. And he's going to fall from battling for the race win to outside of your top 5. Less than 10 laps to go. Hunter Collier trying to see if he can't somehow finish on a podium spot here tonight. Collier had a great truck running in the beginning of tonight's race, has since kind of faded to the back end of this lead lap. The drivers on the lead lap. He's got about a 5-second deficit to overcome if he's going to want to take that final podium spot away. And here we go. Adam Pettit stretching the legs, and here you go. Almost a 2-second advantage now with only 7 laps remaining. Drivers have been working all season long for this. It all comes down to tonight in putting it all together when he needed to, getting the job done here, dominating pace in the long run. Really benefited the 58 of Adam Pettit. He was able to stretch the fuel a little bit further on 2 out of the 3 green flag pit stop stints that we've seen here tonight on the track at Homestead Miami Speedway, and that allowed Pettit to walk away with a good gap, good speed, good space. He was able to then utilize that opportunity to jump on the very fast Mike Van Houten. And there you can see the difference in the long run pace. Van Houten losing even more time last time around. Almost a 2/10 of a second deficit put on Van Houten by Pettit. So there it is. That late run pace killer tonight out of that 51 and his entire crew. The high five, how you doing? Last time around, we'll take 4 to go when we cross the line this time by. Back across the line, and already now a 3-second advantage with 3 to go. I don't think anybody's got anything for him. We're going to take a look inside the cockpit. Let's look inside at the office. Great over the shoulder camera shot here on board with Adam Pettit. We'll take a look at the driver putting in work. Behind the wheel will come to 2 to go. Popsicle sticks on display for the driver right here in that 58 Sim Speed Shop sponsored machine. What a run this season. Job well done, Adam Pettit. Has all but got this thing wrapped up and ready to go. It's going to be signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours, my man. Just a handful of corners left here tonight for Adam Pettit before he will secure the Season 4 championship. Off of turn number 4, we'll cross the line. White flag flies. Final lap, 1 to go here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. Adam Pettit has only got 4 more corners. He'll work his way now off of turn 2 down the backstretch and into turn 3 for the final time here in season number 4. And with nobody around, Adam Pettit dominates the long run pace. And he's going to dominate the end of tonight's race. There it is. Checkered flag flies. Your season champion right there. Man, front and center on screen. How about that? Job well done by that 58 and his entire crew. He's going to enjoy this cool down lap, walking away with his 3rd win of the year. The only truck driver to do that here with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Only driver to do it this season. And he's going to walk away with the race win and the season championship. Hardwell, where job well done. Oh my gosh, burn it down, my man. And there it is, smoke show for the pack out sold house here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And as he enjoys his post-race celebrations, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. We'll head back trackside for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. back trackside at the conclusion of another great championship race. That's 2 in a row here this week from Homestead Miami Speedway. The Performance Truck Series not disappointing one bit. All the fans in the stands still sticking around to catch some of the great camera opportunities. Some drivers heading on over into the grandstand, signing a couple of autographs as well. So we'll go ahead and kick things off. Let's see if we can't go ahead and talk to one of the drivers that walked away on the podium here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up the driver sitting inside of that 83 machine. Hunter Collier's Dave of the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, Hunter, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid podium run here tonight? Albeit you didn't have a chance for the championship trophy. How good does it feel to finish season 4 on a high note?
And yeah, it feels good to finish season 4 on a high note, but I mean, it's been a bittersweet season. I've had a horrible playoff, so I mean, I can't really enjoy P3 like that, but I mean, hey, at least it's good to end the season like that, and hopefully we'll get the pace in for next season.
Yeah. I mean, you had great runs all season long. You walked away with the regular season championship, or the regular season points championship, I should say. Just the chase race is just kind of an up and down real chase for you, actually, and that, you just fell short on that. Sometimes it happens. It's tough to be absolute perfect week in and week out. You got to make a mistake at some point. We're all human. But Hunter, it's been a pleasure watching you week in, week out, all season long. We look forward to catching up with you next season as well. So what's the plans from here? Are you going to be back in the trucks, or are you moving on to Xfinity?
I'm not exactly sure about my future when it comes to that, but I mean, I'll probably be racing ARCA next season. I'm not so sure about trucks. I'm not a fan of these things, so we'll just have to see and going from there.
All right, my man. Well, again, as always, a pleasure to watch you out on track. A pleasure catching up with you in these post-race interviews. Before we let you go for the final time this season, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the track shop?
Obviously, a huge thank you to my team. Obviously, Pierce Method, Rob Peterson, Logan Hartman, Sean Mitchell. They had a really, really good season so far in trucks. I'm very impressed with all of them. Obviously, like to thank the sponsors for staying on all season, keeping everything going. L&J Welding, Blues Diecast, Matrix Designs, David Designs, all those companies for helping us. And I mean, let's just bring the pace into next season and hopefully win it, because this season it was definitely one to miss in the playoffs.
All right, my man. Well, again, as always, a heck of a job this season. Stay safe and keep it fast.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Driver walking away with third place here tonight. We can understand the, I don't want to say disparity or disappointment, really, just frustration, really, I guess, is the underlying tone there coming from Collier in his accounts. One of the best drivers in the field. We're not going to deny that one bit. Collier, as we said earlier tonight and just moments ago, walked away with a regular season championships points lead. Heading into the chase, just had a little rough go over the course of these last 5 races in the season. And Collier, unfortunately, not able to run for the championship here tonight, but he's going to walk away with a final podium here in season number 4. Collier finishes tonight back in third. That's going to lead us right along to the man that walked away with the pole position. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with our good buddy. Let's see if we can grab a word or two here with Mike Van Houten. It's Dave. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, Dave. I did everything I could tonight, but just couldn't get that victory.
Yeah, I mean, you walked away with the pole, man. You looked like you had a very fast truck during the green flag pit stops. You were able to gain a pretty good gap. Is there anything you think that you may have been able to do different to turn this result around?
Well, in hindsight, I would have pitted with everybody else in that first stint, but I hated to waste a set of tires there and be without one with a late race caution. But it didn't come. Otherwise, I think I could have walked away with it if we would have had something with 10 laps to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you were absolutely flying out there, one of the fastest drivers across the board in happy hour qualifying as well as in race trim. I do believe I'm not sure if it's going to matter to you too much, but you do have the fastest lap of the race in your back pocket as well. So, job well done with that, Mike. What's your plans looking forward from here? Are you planning to be back in these trucks next season? Are we going to see you back at the track?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do something with Swift. I don't know if it'd be the truck or next gen or Xfinity. We'll have to see. But I'm pretty new to these trucks and starting to get a hang of it. So we might race these again.
All right. Well, Mike, again, congratulations on the great way to finish out the year and a great run for you all season long. And for the final time here in season 4, would you like to give any shout outs?
Well, yeah, it's my beautiful wife. Sorry she couldn't see a championship tonight. Last time I won one was in the great Lake Geneva Raceway, but we came close. We tied for the points, but Adam had that win.
All right. Well, Mike, again, congratulations on the great season. We look forward to hoping to see you at the track here when we kick things up here in the next few weeks. So, again, great job this season, and we look forward to catching up with you. Until then, just stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Dave, and thanks for all the work you guys do in the booth.
All right, there you have it. Mike Van Houten. I would like to do things a little bit different here tonight, but you can't go back. It is what it is. It's all in the bag now. Van Houten takes the pole, but finishes second. He's going to fall just short on his championship hopes and dreams, and we're going to get to the man that walked away with the checkered flag, doing what nobody else has been able to do all season long. He's going to walk away with his third win, the most important win. Race winner, season champion, Adam Pettit. How you feeling?
I'm on cloud 9, Dave.
Well, I don't know if cloud 9 is good enough. We're going to have to go to cloud 109 or something because, man, where did you get the late race pace from? I'm just going to jump right into it and address it, man. You were faster on the long run than anybody by far. What were you doing in that truck?
Honestly, it was a lot with my teammate Michael Madden. He was he figured out how to be fast on the long run and was kind of telling me what to do. And then, unfortunately, he got some damage, and he completely unveiled the secret to me, and that's what I used to bring her home tonight.
Well, bring her home indeed. That's exactly what you did. Now that you are in the record books as a season champion here in this Performance Truck Series, what's your plans for next year? Where are we going to see Pettit hit the track? Are you going to come back to defend it in the trucks? Or are you going to move on to, I don't want to say greener pastures because you never know. It could be pretty bad over that way, but the grass ain't always greener in a different series. You get what I'm saying and where I'm going. Are you moving up to Xfinity, maybe Cups, sticking with the trucks in ARCA? What's the plans?
Right now, I plan on running in another league on Thursdays, and I've got a buddy of mine that wants me to run with him on Tuesdays. So, unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to be doing a walk-off here out of Swift. But maybe in later seasons or next year or something, I can come back. But for right now, it looks like that was my last race here in Swift.
Well, that's going to be a tough pill for the fans in the stands to swallow, as well as the fans out there in TV land, man. You just hit them with some of the biggest shocking news they probably could have heard out of you here. I mean, you walk away with the championship, and then you're saying, "And by the way, see ya." Man, talk about an enthusiasm killer there. No, I'm just kidding, Adam. Man.
I know. I honestly, I would love to run in the Xfinity League. That's what started me with Swift Motorsports last season. But unfortunately, I don't have the time. And me and my wife have worked out a schedule that gives me 2 nights a week, and this way they're not back to back. So that's why it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, but it is what it is.
Well, I'll give you this. You're smart enough, man, to listen and do what the wife tells you to do. Happy wife, happy life. As long as Mama Bear's happy, you're going to be okay. You may not be happy, but you'll be okay, and that's what matters. Maybe you can convince her differently with a championship trophy. Like, hey, honey, look,
Yeah.
can I get a third night? No, I'm just kidding, man. Again, congratulations on the accomplishments here tonight with the race win, as well as, most importantly, the Season 4 championship. Adam, for the final time this year, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home at the shop?
Yeah, like I was saying, my teammates, Sean and Michael, we had a lot of Rev guys in here this season, but they had some unfortunate events happen. But we still had a couple. So Madden and Sean, thank you guys very much. My sponsor, Sim Speed Shop, Sparkle and Shine Mobile Detailing, Silverback Tax Solutions, DOF Reality. They've hooked me up with some awesome equipment that I can do all this stuff with. So big shout out to them. And thank you to my wife for, again, letting me do this. You for doing an awesome broadcast. Justin and Gary for putting on a great league. Couldn't be done without everybody. So thank you.
All right, Adam, well, we're going to let you enjoy this one and walk off in the sunset on a high note. Congratulations, man, and I'm sure somewhere along the line we'll see each other again.
I'm definitely, Dave, definitely. A pleasure as always, Dave. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy this one, and we'll see you when we see you.
Sounds good, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Adam Pettit dropping a bomb on the track and walking away with the checkered flag, walking away with the Season 4 championship, and then dropping the bomb to the race fans that he thinks this is going to be his last night in the truck series here with Swift Motorsports Performance Truck Series. We hate to hear that kind of news. We hope some things can get worked out with scheduling. You know, get some of the agents together and see if we can't get some things figured out. But nonetheless, what a run this season. Adam Pettit going to walk away with a checkered flag, and he's going to walk away with the Season 4 championship trophy. Man, what a night. What a week already, and we've still got another race to go tomorrow night in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series Championship night right here once again from Homestead Miami Speedway. It's been another great night under the lights. We got one more in store. How about getting the job done, man? Did you have him picked? Adam Pettit walks away as your Season 4 champion. As always, want to give a big shout out to our race control and admins just down the hall. Gary Wells, Don Kidder, Matt Deason, all in the race control booth here tonight for the championship race under the lights at Homestead Miami Speedway. We're going to begin to cut things off, roll up the cords, and get ready for tomorrow night's championship action. You're watching Championship Week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for everything Swift. And before we cut off the lights, if you haven't already, race fans, join us in our quest to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell. Over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say what's up, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe even one of the sponsors here with Swift Motorsports or across the network. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Without you, there is no us. So from all of us, we do appreciate you coming in, week out. New season champion here, crowned tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway in the Performance Truck Series. That's going to be it. We're going to roll up the cords and get ready for tomorrow night's championship racing action. So until then, race fans, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until then, we'll meet you in Turn 3.